Are we on the air?
And we're back. This is Third Coast Radio. I'm your host, Kamikaze the Kingmaker. I'm in the building with the cool kids. Kayla Renee is out on assignment. She would do that the week after I'm gone on vacation. So she felt like she had to do the same thing.
Had to go take care of business, man.
Take care of some business. Well, she said she had an endeavor. Yeah. I've never seen anybody use that in my DMs before. The word
Man, let me
endeavor.
tell you.
In just regular social media talk, somebody said endeavor. I have an endeavor.
Yeah. Usually that's like when it is, when they leave and like, we wish you well
In your future endeavors. Yeah,
when somebody uses it as in like, I got an endeavor, like, what you endeavoring in?
That's called being future endeavor is what that is.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
Yeah.
So she said she had an endeavor tonight. But anyway, we got Dreon Santana. We got House of Mars.
Never
and
lost.
as promised, ladies and gentlemen, this is Women's History Month. So we could not make it through the rest of this month without recognizing some of our very dope, enterprising young ladies in the creative scene in the central Mississippi area. Of course, for those of you that are listening to us outside of Jackson, we broadcast in all 82 counties. So
Right.
if you are in the central Mississippi area, you know who these ladies are. And if you don't, you will know after. And something special today because it's Women's History Month. So we have both of our guests in Studio A with us right now. And we never do that.
Never.
Yeah. So
I love these.
Never.
y'all are
Never
that's
do
right.
that.
So y'all are in Studio A. When y'all leave here, I want y'all to use the word Studio A when y'all are talking to other people. I'm trying to brand that
Okay.
in the building. Has it caught on yet, Java?
No.
Is it anybody else besides you
Lie.
saying Studio A? Nobody?
Lie, Jabba. Lie.
No, just tell the truth, man. You can tell me the truth. You ain't got to lie to me. Nah, you can tell me the truth. It's cool though.
Tell the truth.
I'm gonna email Jason.
Tell the truth.
Wait till I email. Jason, if you're listening, it's an email coming. Studio A. We need to put a sign on the front. We're gonna rebrand this whole thing. It's just gonna be because we said it.
You can bring a sign up here.
Anyway. So
And
we
we
started
stick it right there.
Hey.
No, you
Studio
can
A.
start Studio A. Y'all are in Studio A.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are
Exclusive.
because we work.
Oh, okay.
No,
No, it ain't.
That is.
It's not.
That
That's
is-
the
that's
ghetto.
not studio.
That
That's
is the
not
ghetto
studio.
across the
Wait,
hall.
what's the ghetto?
That's the ghetto
That's
across the
hard, it's
hall.
hard times over there.
Over there, yeah.
It's hard times.
We don't want to go back to that.
So
It's
are we
started.
moving
Started.
up over here? Is that
Yeah.
correct?
No,
Okay.
we don't want to go over there. That's why that shouldn't be Studio A. This should be Studio A.
That should be Studio Annex.
That is the slums over there.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, it is. Job was looking at me like, hey, man,
I work here.
I gotta come to work here.
I love it.
I work here. We got to live here, man.
45 minutes cut.
That's it. Figuratively speaking, not literally the slums, but we don't want to go back though. Let's just say that. We don't want to go back. But anyway, we have in the studio with us right now, ladies and gentlemen, as promised at the top of the show, we've got the comedian Petty Q, and we've got Krissi from Penthouse Views in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all for being with us, man. How y'all doing? Y'all
Thank
good?
you so much for having us.
I am great.
This is
Especially
great.
being a part of Studio A. This is exclusive.
See,
Right.
You guys
catching on
started.
already.
Catching on.
See how
Right.
it is? It's
Yeah.
catching
Right.
on.
Yeah.
It's catching on. You
You
got
gotta
the blue
jump into
mic.
the greatness.
Yeah, right here in Studio A. So,
For sure.
it's Women's History Month, and we're excited to have you guys in here. And I usually, we talk to artists a lot, but we do talk to entrepreneurs and comedians. We've had Merck in here. We've had Nardo in here as well. So you're actually like our third comedian
Yeah.
that we've had in here. Yeah. So this is actually your very first time doing a radio interview. At least that's the lie you told us at the beginning.
I wouldn't tell you guys a lie unless I had to. Right now I don't have to.
I got you.
Right.
I got you.
There's no value
So
included.
this
so
is
I'm
your
not gonna lie.
first radio interview.
First radio interview, and it sounds like you just said I'm the first female comedian on the radio as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, come
I didn't
on.
say that, but you gathered that from what I was saying,
Uh-huh.
which is good.
Yeah.
You used the context clues.
And also the first female comedian in Studio A.
There you go.
Come
You
on.
just, I'm
Yeah.
really,
Yeah,
number
she
one. I
tried.
like
Accolade
that.
on accolade.
That's it.
I
She
like
got
that.
on top, on top, on top, on
On
top,
top, on top.
I
on
love
top,
some good accolades.
on top of accolades.
Especially when it makes you the first. You
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying?
So you got you have a special announcement for us. We're gonna get to that in 1 second. We're not gonna get to that right off the top though. But for the people that are listening that may not know who you are, introduce yourself. Where you're from and your claim to fame, and then let's talk about a little bit of comedy, if we shall.
We shall. So first, I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for having me. I do appreciate you all. I am Petty Q, the comedian, okay?
Mhm.
I love what I do. I am born and raised from Jackson, Mississippi.
What's that?
You know what? I tell people I'm a mixed breed, but let
You
me
know what?
explain
What you said,
why.
you know what? I
But
knew
you
it was
knew
going to
the
be something.
disclaimer.
You gotta let me explain
Okay,
why.
go ahead. All right.
Okay, so my dad has a house out Capitol Street,
Okay.
but my mom always lived out north. So I would spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday morning out north, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday out west. So we can do whatever.
That
you know what I mean?
depends, yeah.
If you want to go to
You
Bible
you
study
talking about
or
the
shoot
weekday
dice,
or the weekend.
you know, it is. So I feel like, you know, they gave me a lot of my humor.
Well, you graduated high school.
I went to Bailey Magnet.
Okay.
Me too.
So you
Yes.
was basically on the north side.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Bailey, man.
Oh,
yeah.
We've had a whole lot of superstars coming here from Bailey.
That's
I
what
gotta,
I'm trying to tell you.
I really actually have to give Bailey its props.
Exactly. Somebody finally.
Yeah.
They don't give Bailey props. But
Yeah.
Bailey's
Bailey
leading.
props, man. I mean, it is what it is. Some of
For
the
sure.
most of the hottest rappers in the city from Bailey Magnet.
Absolutely.
And I'm not gonna toot my
The
horn or
education
anything
is top notch.
Mm-hmm.
because it's a middle school now, but I do keep us alive. I throw most of our like all class homecoming event.
Yeah.
I do that for us
Yeah.
because people don't understand how important it is to remember your history.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
So
Ain't
I
no
do
doubt.
that for us. So shout out Bailey, you know,
Shout out.
OC in the building.
Yeah. Well, shouts out to Bailey then. So,
Okay.
let's talk about comedy a little bit. You know, how did you decide, or at what point did you decide that, hey, you know, this comedy thing is something that I want to try to do?
Okay, so comedy, it was always natural for me. I was always just funny amongst my peers and
Mhm.
friends and family. So when I decided that this really was something that I could do, I was actually working at a clothing store, and this guy named Mike Townsend,
Yeah.
before he opened his club, he would always come and like run his jokes by me, and he'd be like, "You think this funny? You think this funny?" And one day he was just like, "You should really try this. You should really try this." And I'm like, "Man, get out of here. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't gonna get up there in front of folks." And I tried it.
Shouts out to Mike Town.
Yeah, shout out to Mike. And when I say it just clicked,
Mhm.
like my first show,
Mhm.
the adrenaline from it, the love from it, like I won't say it came easy, but I wanted it. You know what I mean? Like even though I was scared out of my mind, I wanted it.
Did you have some material prepared, or you just went up there and winged it?
I have material prepared. I like to be prepared. I think, you know.
Yeah. Especially your first time, just getting up there, right?
And
Yeah.
nerves, you know, your nerves get the best of you. You get scared. You just get stuck with the material. I at least have something I can talk about that
Right.
I can spit out. But a lot of it is about improv. That's what people don't know. Comedy is not always your set because everybody might not think cheese funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some people might think, you know, some people have dark humor. So it's good to always have a set. But that's how I started, though.
Okay.
And
That's
I fell in
cool.
love with it.
That's fantastic. So did they laugh the first time?
Oh, yes.
They did.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And you know, I don't know if you kind of like black out when you're up there and you can't really hear them or like see their responses. But when I get off stage, oh baby, they make me feel like I've been doing it for about 15 years. You know, it's hugs and pictures and, oh, you got let me sign your forehead. You know, it's just, it's the love for me. And I think it's because I try to speak on something that everyone can relate to. I like to be relatable. I'm a human being, you know, and humor for me, I feel like it can cure everything.
Yeah.
I feel like
Laughter is a
Laughter
good
is
medicine.
good.
it's a very
Let
strong.
you live longer.
It is.
Definitely let you live longer, man.
And people,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say people take things that are a little stronger to accept from someone else.
Mhm.
They take it from me a little easier. You know what I'm saying? I might make a joke about
Put a
something.
little level of funny on it.
Mhm.
It goes
Yeah,
down
and they be
easy.
like, oh, she might be right. I probably shouldn't be out here stealing.
Mhm.
I probably- you know what I mean?
You start putting some back.
You know what I'm saying? No,
Go ahead and
I
put
don't
it
need
back.
I don't need the canvases and the paint. I'm
You
just
doing
gonna
it,
take the
yeah.
paint.
Let me text my cousin, tell him what I did at his house.
Right.
Let me text my cousin.
So I appreciate what humor does for me. It allows for me to not only just speak my truth,
Mhm.
but it also helps me to encourage others. And they just be so shocked. They be like, oh my God, are you really this happy? I'm like, you haven't been my mom.
Oh, wow.
If you think I'm happy, oh my
Yeah.
God. I love my mama. Shout out to my mama, Sharon Palmer. I love her.
Shout out to the mom.
Yeah.
So being in comedy, you know, social media, and everybody wants to talk about social media. You know, people are becoming, you know, quote unquote sensitive to jokes, and some people are saying comedians are being attacked. So how do you feel about that? You know, in your career.
I feel like you need to know your history of comedy. And what I mean by that is some of the first comedians that were really great came out during a time of like struggle, real struggle for black people. You know, like we talking about in the middle of a crack pandemic and you know things that weren't funny, and they found a way to make humor out of that. So it's like it ain't all gonna be sweet. It's not all gonna be sweet, and you got to listen, respect those folks that came before you. They had to struggle to figure out a way to make a living out of something that's not tangible. Humor is intangible, so it's harder when I'm trying to get someone to book me than it is for someone that might be selling flowers. Or so I feel as far as to answer your question though, as far as social media goes, you have to take it with stride. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to defend yourself, but a lot of times your character, it precedes you. On your way in, people know not to argue with you because you are who you are. So, you know, pick your battles. I ain't finna fight nobody about no comedy.
That's what I'm talking
Don't worry about it. I'm real grown. I pay tax. I'm going to sleep.
Hey, come on.
I'm
I
going
pay
to go to sleep.
taxes.
Somebody get
All
that
right.
camera out.
You better leave me alone.
All right.
I pay taxes. H&R Block.
So, as a woman in comedian, like as a comedian and everything, you know, sometimes we, as women, you get a little, something's a different, you get treated different being a woman in any field aspect versus a man any kind of way. So, do you ever feel like when it comes to people booking you or getting the respect that you deserve as a woman in this field, you ever feel like it's like overlooked or anything like that?
Yes. Is this thing on? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I'm gonna go with yes for 6,000. Yes, and for an explanation on top of that, I take it like I said. A lot of people don't know my mom, so you don't know how happy my mom is. And with having that background and that type of support, it teaches me how to take that and use it. So a lot of times when people meet me, they wanna, what women go through all the time, underpay me. And I just giggle, you know, I just laugh and smile and I say, okay, well, we can try that. We can definitely try that. But we're going to have this for compensation. Or we're going to have this. And then they be like, well, how I know you deserve this? And I'll be like, well, you found me. So, so there has to be something there, you know, that you're aware of.
Right.
But to answer your question, I use it. I respect the women that came before me. I know how hard it was to be smart, to be funny, to be independent. I know how hard it is to be all those things because I am all those things. Like, so, you know, you just, like I said, a lot of stuff you got to let it roll off your shoulders. You got to let them know it's all good, baby. You can feel how you feel. My life is still do. I owe the waterman right now, so you don't like me, cool, but it's going to be a deposit.
That's all it is, too.
It's going to be a deposit.
Yeah.
Now, Krissi, of course, you have developed for yourself one of the premier, you know, interview platforms
Woo!
in the city.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
it is an elaborate setup.
I
Yes.
was going to clap, but I haven't been on it yet, so I'm not.
And you know we're working
Ooh,
on
me
that.
either.
You know we just talked about
You
it.
either? You haven't been on it?
I'm a hater.
Yeah, it's cool. Let's go. You know,
I ain't been on this.
I interview, so I'm
Yeah.
used to it.
But you know who has been on it?
Uh-oh.
The person is not here. Kayla
Hey,
Renee.
Absolutely.
Kayla Renee has
One of
been
my
on it.
favorites.
Yeah.
My favorites.
This might have been one of her endeavors then. She
Nuggets.
on us. Yeah, she got out on us. She got out on us. So I mean, you developed this platform, and you talk to a lot of people across all types of different genres, doing different things in the city. So you know, in this day of social media, where everybody, you know, has a platform, you know, rightfully so, because they're able to. It's the way social media works. What made you decide to come up with your platform with the Penthouse, and why you call it the Penthouse?
tell the story on why I called it the Penthouse. So listen, I actually used to rap. I don't know if people remember me. I started rapping as Krissi probably about 6, 7 years ago. But back then, we didn't have social media. So it was harder to get, be known or get your music heard or whatever. So I was like, let me create something where local artists can come on and either rap or kind of tell themselves to the audience and, maybe pick up a few fans here and there. So I came up with the Penthouse. It actually came to me in my dream, like in my sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Penthouse is about levels. The penthouse is the top floor of a building, right? But when you're starting out, you're at the bottom. You're either the valet, you're the doorman, you're the front desk person. But your journey is the elevator.
Wow.
But the elevator takes you to the top, to the penthouse, to the top floor. So in life, you start at the bottom of anything you do, relationship, jobs, whatever. You start at the bottom, and your goal is to get to the top. But going to the top, you going through life. It's a journey. So you may get knocked down to like the first floor, or you get stagnant. But you get back on the elevator, and you keep going to the top. And the top is the penthouse, the views. You made it. Then when you get to the top, you go back down, you start again, you buy another building. So that's kind of how I came with the Penthouse.
That's dope.
Thank you. It came to me in my dreams, and I just said I just wanted to showcase artists and entrepreneurs in the city. Because, social media has taken things differently. And everybody's not a big fan of social media in some ways. But it's like you have to get on. You come on and do your interview. You kind of sell yourself. Or you just come on there and have a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? I love a good conversation. I'm a conversationalist, is my thing. And so, yeah, that's how Penthouse started. And I'm 5 years in. This is my 5th year anniversary. So, Penthouse is moving. Yeah. I started in 2018. I stopped due to breast cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor. So I stopped in 2019, 2020, and of course fighting through that. And I came back and I said, when I come back, you know what? We're going to try a different way. We're going to call it Penthouse Views because that's the views from the top. Everything is from the top, So Penthouse Views is moving, and your interview on the way. We just talked about this. Come on, guys. We got to get that interview on the way. But that's what Penthouse means. Like it's the top. You're trying to get to the top of anything, whatever you're doing. It's the top floor, top tier, everything.
That's what's up.
So what we going to do?
That's right.
So, of course.
Be nothing without a woman or a girl.
Absolutely.
That's
Sir.
right. Right. So
And then me and my girl, like we're really girls in real life. Like,
yeah,
yeah, we really know each other in real life.
Did y'all know each other in school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
We know each other a long time.
No friendship.
We're going to get to that in 1 second. Then. See, I had no idea. See how that just worked out?
Exclusive every
In Studio A.
It's the studio.
That's how it goes down, Studio A.
It get better.
So,
It brings them
it
together.
brings them together.
Studio.
Yes. Yes.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
it. Brings them together.
Yeah.
So we were talking before break about your breast cancer journey, and we have a lot of artists that come in here a lot that experience adversity in some shape, form, or fashion, but nothing quite like that. We've never had anybody that came in that really had a health issue interfering with their art or interfering with their entrepreneurship. So you started this thing that began to take legs, and talk about what happened when you first learned of your diagnosis, and how soon after that did you start thinking about having to take this break, or when I'm going to come back, or what's going to happen with this baby that I've created over here.
Okay, so in 2019, Penthouse, so like I said, I'm on the elevator. I'm going up. I'm doing stuff, I'm booking artists and entrepreneurs for the show. And 2019, I went for my first mammogram, and this is so important. I say that why I'm here for women to get mammograms. I don't care what age. If you have a family history of it, go get your mammograms. I don't have a family history, what I found out afterwards. But go get your mammograms and get your boobs checked. I'm just saying. So I started 2019, 2020. I got diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer, stage 2B. And that hit right when the pandemic hit. So that was bam, bam. Like I'm already looking at the world fall apart. And then I get a diagnosis that I have breast cancer. And I'm like, how? I don't have a family history of it. But come to find out I did have it. When I went in, they said it was stage 0, which is, okay, we just go in and we take it out. We don't have to do any, major this and that. You don't have to do chemo and all this. So I went to my surgical oncologist, and he said, wait, no, it's something else there. And I'm like, wait, she just told me stage 0. So we ran tests. I had 2 mammograms, 3 biopsies, and if people don't know, a biopsy is where they go in and they check you with the long needle, and all that is it's just hard. And when the test came back, he said, well, Miss Crystal, you have stage 2B triple negative breast cancer, and I was at work. I literally fell to the floor in my coworker's arms. Mind you, I was on a health journey. I was fit. I mean, I always been thick. I'm just saying, But I'm kind of for the most part healthy. I eat healthy. I trying to watch what I eat. So I'm like, where does this come from? And I didn't know at the time, any family members that had it. But nevertheless, we got the diagnosis, and he was like, okay, this went from stage 0, no chemo, to stage 2B, chemo, surgery, and all that. So I did 6 months of aggressive chemo. I lost my hair everywhere. I, had no energy. My skin color changed. I didn't really lose weight. I lost a little weight, but not too much weight for the most part. My family kept me fed and all this and all that. But it was during the pandemic, so I was put away. I couldn't be around people due to my immune system being suppressed. So it took a lot. I'm going to say this. It took a lot for me to fight through that. And I will say when you're going through that, you have to have a good support system. Because if you don't, then I think it'll take you out faster than, anything. So my family kept me going. I did the chemo. I pushed through. Mind you, I go back to Penthouse. Penthouse was on the elevator. We going up. I had to put a halt to all that because I'm fighting through to go, get up every day. So I can't not do, interviews, and I can't do nothing. So I quit work. I did everything and was just trying to fight through the journey. And I'm 3 years in remission. I will say that. I'm here. I got hair. I got nails. I'm that thick. No, I'm just saying. But no, for real, I'm healthy. And that journey taught me so much to not listen. When you're fighting for your life, you don't care about a lot of stuff. But I bounced back. But when I did get back, right at the end of my journey, the chemo journey, my baby sister that took care of me, she died in front of me. So they sent me back. You know what I'm saying? So, and she helped put Penthouse together. Like, she fought to do everything Penthouse. So 2020 was a monster to me. But 2020 created another monster. So when I came back, I said, I don't have nothing to stop me. I don't have, if I fought through this, I can get through anything. So nevertheless, I pushed through it. I, still grieving, still healing. I call myself a healer and a hustler at the same time. Pushed through to 2021. At the end of 2022, I said, listen, I can't let Penthouse go down in the name of my sister. So I said, listen, we kicking doors. We coming through. And I will say, I didn't get reconstructed. So I'm sitting up here, I'm breastless, but I'm bad, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, for the most part, it's all about the inner you. When you go through a journey like that, you realize, what matters, what's important. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that I won't get reconstructed, maybe one day, but when it's time to heal, when you're healing, you don't worry about extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yeah. So, I'm here. Penthouse Views is doing good. I'm excited to be back in it. I still have my days where I have to step back. I have to heal mentally more than physically, but I'm here, and I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
I definitely salute you and everything like that for being a breast cancer survivor. Because my grandmother, she had breast cancer twice.
Ooh,
but she made it, but pancreatic cancer took her out. So
really?
Yeah. So that was about 6 years ago, I think. But yeah.
So she was a fighter though. Then.
Yeah,
she kept going.
So that's really big on my dad's side of the family. So
really?
Real big. But nonetheless, you being on your views of growing with your Penthouse and everything. I remember, I think we met once at the JXN music week, but you ran up on, you almost said you ran up when you walked up on me, and then you hugged me, and I was like, oh.
Okay. I'm a people
whoa.
person. Yeah, I'm a people person. I love
she's
people.
not.
Okay.
Santana is not.
I remember you said that at JXN music week.
Y'all need an adult.
It startled me, but because I recognized you, I was like, all right, okay, cool. So I don't know what happened next. Sure. But, I seen some things that you did with, Young Jules and everything like that, and I think you two were, the dynamic duo, and you still are, and stuff like that. So talk about, doing your own thing, but also working with another artist as well, who is, top tier in the game as a
Definitely
female
top
rapper
tier.
as well. So talk about that situation there too with you guys.
Okay, well, I will drop. If they don't know, I am Young Jules' manager. Like, I manage Young Jules. I've been managing Young Jules since probably about 2019. And I met Young Jules through the Penthouse. When I started the Penthouse, I, kind of made posts on social media like, okay, artists, y'all send me your music and, submit it and so we can get an interview going. And she was one of the artists that submitted her music. And it's been up since then. Like, when I first heard her, I said, hey, if I had a record label, I would sign you. I knew she was dope back in 2019. This was before Rolling Stone. This was before P-Valley. You know what I'm saying? I saw it, and I was just like, you know what? You're dope. And she, asked me to manage her and all this. And we here now, and she's like 3-time hip-hop female artist of the year. So, yeah, Young Jules is my... that's my girl, and our relationship has gotten, stronger over the years. She's like a little sister. I don't even call her artist. Like, outside of here, it's like my little sister. And she's doing her thing. Like, I'm proud to see her. And working with her is just, it makes me go harder because I see where she's going. And, you know what I'm saying? I call her Biggie and I'm Diddy. Like, Biggie and Diddy. Like, yeah, we take that. So, yeah, that's my girl. I love her life. So, that's kind of how I met Young Jules through Penthouse, actually.
So, going to like podcasting and stuff like that.
Okay.
Conversationalist versus like formatted. Like, which one do you like, or do you like both? Like, some people can come in and you can talk, and it's great conversation, and some people are like, yeah, I'm the best rapper alive. So how do you manage and juggle that?
Well, being in podcasts and doing interviews, you have to know your people. You have to be able to know how to read the room and how to, flex the energy a little bit. Because everybody's not up for being in front of the camera, up for being in front of the mic. So you kind of got to pull it. If they come in with low energy, you kind of got to, give them some questions that'll make them let loose. And I feel like I will say that I have that gift. Like, when you sit down with me, I make you comfortable. You get what I'm saying? So you may come in a little lackluster, low energy, whatever. But guarantee we're going to have a great conversation by the time you leave. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that it's just like you have to be able to read them. And everybody's not going to be full of energy. Everybody's not going to be like petty cute, big energy. Then you have somebody, you know what I'm saying, like low energy. But you just got to kind of read in between and just see where you need to go with it. But nevertheless, still have a really dope interview or get them to talk about things that they would normally talk about. It's a technique. I would say that.
Definitely a technique.
Definitely a technique.
So
but I love it.
So what would you say, I know we asked Pedicure the same question, as a woman in the industry, encountering artists, what has been, one of the biggest challenges that you have faced doing what you've been doing with Penthouse?
Yeah, I would say, men has been like podcasting, I would say, more than women. But now the biggest thing is just basically reading people, I would say. Like, that's the hardest energy to me. You read the people. You have to read the people. And if you can't, then you gotta flex some kind of way. But that's the hardest thing. I don't really get flack from like guys that's, been doing interviews and stuff like that. Cause I'm a beast at talking, so I don't care if you've been doing it forever. I'ma still show up. But it's just, being able to read people, that would be my hardest thing. But I think I mastered it in a way. But if anything, I would say that.
That's dope. So y'all said y'all know each other.
Yeah.
Y'all went to high school together.
Oh, yeah.
So
Most definitely.
I'm gonna ask each of y'all this question: is the other person kind of the same person that they were when you knew them in the halls of Bailey? Was she?
I would say she's better. I'm not gonna say that she's changed, which what makes her the best at what she does, because she was a socialite in school. Like, if you knew her, oh, you was in her.
You can say that, and I don't
You
feel.
good. She wouldn't say it because that's what she was naturally. She wasn't trying to be.
Right.
It just, if
People were just
you
drawn
get
to it.
invited to one of them events, you good.
So you was doing events in high school?
I've been doing parties and stuff all my life, really.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, house parties.
In real life.
Listen, we had house parties back in the day where there would be cars from stop sign to stop sign. Like Halloween, any kind of parties. Like we just do it. Like,
shout out to our moms again.
Yeah, shout out to the mom. Shout out to my sister. Now, we actually met through my baby sister because they're the same age. That's my angel.
We the
That's
same
the one
class.
that died.
Oh, yeah?
That's my class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she would throw parties and I would throw parties and we get everybody together and we have a good time. I just like a good time. I like a good vibe. That's me. I like good energy, good vibe. If you give me that, I'm good.
I'm gonna say I kind of latched on to them too,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
first off, I loved her sister, and her sister loved me. So I would get invited to the after event.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
exclusive.
The cleanup
Exclusive,
party.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
Mama called, you probably, you know, they throwing a so and so if they didn't tell. I didn't know Mama, but I'm gonna be there.
For
Yeah.
sure.
You know, so
So was Petty Q funny?
She been, listen, Petty Q energy has always been on 10. I'll never forget I saw Petty Q in New Orleans on the sidewalk with her friend girls lit. Do you remember that? I was like, Q, how are you? Well, this is Queen, but why are you so lit? How you so-" She's been like that all her life, and I always respected her because no matter where you see her, what a setting you see Queen will always be herself. Q will always be herself, and I love that about her. She don't change because the atmosphere, you know, or the people around her, she's always herself. So I will say that my girl been the same. If not better, I will say better, but she gonna turn the room up.
And where I heard that we got some really exclusive news. So in order for you to have gotten this news, you had to be listening to the show all the way through. We did it like Chris Rock. We're gonna put it right
last.
there last.
But I was
and
just
last
gonna
that
actually,
10 minutes.
you know,
Yeah.
be worth it.
Yeah, but I was good all the way through.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what it is. So anyway, so Petty Q, you said you had something that you wanted to drop on the people. So
I
the
do.
floor is yours.
I do. I appreciate you guys so much for having me, and you know, since this is my first radio interview,
Yeah.
I've been having a little back and forth about changing my name.
Back and forth with who?
Well, myself.
Okay.
I spoke with
Sometimes there's some. Yeah. Sometimes
Myself.
who you got to talk to. That's it.
well, I spoke with some comedians of a higher standard, and they saw me on stage, and they were just so encouraging, and they gave me some information that I feel like I need to take heed of.
Okay.
And his comment was that my name is not as big as I'm going to be. And he said some of the greats use their real name.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to change my name, and I wanted to drop it here with you guys first.
Okay.
So it's not like we're losing Petty Q,
Okay.
but we're saying thank you, Petty Q, for where you've gotten us.
Yep.
And now we're introducing Helena Q.
Helena Q.
Helena.
Helena Q. That's my middle name. Helena is my middle name. And Quinn is my nickname, so Q is dear to my heart.
Yeah.
So I just was like, I'm not comfortable with my government name being out there, but I love Helena. I'm named after my auntie. So now introducing to the world and everybody, I am now Helena Q.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to move with forward in life. So when you guys see Helena Q in the building, please show your face.
I gotta tell you, I spent a night in West Helena, Arkansas. I was just thinking of her saying Helena, but there's a West Helena. Well, I guess maybe they might call it Helena.
I'm just happy you made it out of Arkansas.
Yeah. It was a wild night in West Helena, Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
I can say that. It was a really wild night that one night. But I made it. I made it out of there. So you heard it here first. The brand new name change for Petty Q is going to be Helena Q from now on. It's going to be changed up on everything. So, you know, if you were looking for Petty Q online, all of that is done. We're on to a new day and a new age.
Yes. And
And a new phase.
you can follow me on Instagram as Q Your Star. That's QUEURSTAR, Q Your Star. And Facebook it is Helena Q, DA Comedian. So
How'd you come up with the IG name?
the IG name, I always some of my closest friends or people that I meet instantly, they feel my energy. And the first thing they say is, man, you're a star. Man, you are. And, you know, I'm so humble because I'm just, you know, I just be so happy to be in the moment. I don't see myself like that.
Yeah.
But people want to tell you that before you make it. So I'm learning to embrace it. Like, why would I fight being a star, being unique, being, you know, one of few, you know? So I was like, you know what, let's do it. And, you know, and my nickname is Queen, so people, no matter how short your nickname is, they got to shorten it even more.
There you go.
So,
That's the whole purpose of the nickname. So we can say as little as we have to possibly say.
Sure.
Yep.
Absolutely.
What's your name? Cricket? I'm gonna call you Hops.
Or Crick.
Crick.
Crick for sure.
It's
That's
cricket, actually.
So, Krissi, you got something to drop on us too, man. Drop something on the people. What's going on?
So listen, first of all, I want to ask you a question, and this is for Kamikaze.
I'm the interviewer, though.
Yeah, but I'm an interviewer too. But,
Okay.
so just one. Can we do one? Okay, not hard.
Sure. You can go ahead.
Would you ever consider going back into the studio?
To do what?
Yeah.
To rap?
Yes.
To
To
do
do
what?
what?
To do
Come
what?
on,
See,
man.
There's a lot
Let's
of
give
stuff
it
that you
time.
can do in the studio.
You have
You
to
know, I
paint the
didn't
canvas
just rap.
in
I
the
did a
studio.
lot of, did a lot
Okay,
of
well,
things.
would you ever? Let me rephrase it. Would you ever consider going back into the studio?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mhm.
In order for the Lord to fill my cup, I had to release some things out of my cup.
Okay.
So sometimes if you're doing something that you absolutely positively love, sometimes
That's not
you
it.
have to part with it because it's not what your path is intended to be.
Mm.
So as much as I love it, and
Mhm.
I do, and being on stage is probably one of the greatest, most euphoric feelings that you could have.
Mm.
You know, still being around it, still being in the business, you know, helping other artists like I have been doing, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of, you know, solves that for me.
Yeah.
I don't see myself getting that bug again to do it because if I can't do it at the same level that I did it before, if it's not going to be the same thing,
Yeah.
man, there's no need for me to do
Ooh.
it. You know, I'm not going
That's
to tarnish. I'm not going to tarnish people's memories of
Yeah.
what they remember it to be.
Okay.
So I mean, I would say that you know, maybe if Banner called me one day and said
Come on,
we
Mike,
want
drop.
to do
Yeah.
you know, we want to do a Crooked Letters album or we want
Yeah.
to do a show. Under those circumstances, I'd have to consider it. It's not even really 100% sure that I would,
Yeah.
but that would
Would
be
you
the
at least
only
consider
time
it?
that I would at least, you know, consider it.
Yeah.
And I'll never say never, because like I said, you know, your steps are not ordered. So
Yeah.
you know, you
Jesus
don't,
like that, though.
you know,
Yeah.
you never know what's gonna happen, so you never say never, never. You know, you never know. But you know, I'm content right now at this point with
Yeah.
not, you know, doing it again. I'm doing some other stuff. I'm doing Third Coast Radio, doing
Yeah.
podcasts.
Jackson interviews. all
You
that.
know, we're doing a lot of other stuff, moving into another medium. So you know, right now, I'm not gonna press it. You know,
Yeah.
I stopped pressing a long time ago, so I'm not gonna press it. So whatever happens, happens.
Well, I asked that question because I am curating a cipher,
Mhm.
and I want it to be the OGs. I basically want the
Wow.
rappers that's influencing the rappers today. That's why I asked you that. And I came up with the name Elevator Pitch. It's not going to be the cipher. It's the elevator pitch. So you got 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute to spit. So that's basically asking, like, if I was to curate it, would you step out of retirement for that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it would, you know, it would depend on who you got to do it. There's
Yeah.
certain people that if they said yeah and they did it, then I would do it. I
Yeah.
won't tell you who those are, so
No.
you don't try to go out and get them to do
I
it.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
But, you know, if there was some certain names involved that said they were going to do it, then I might
Yeah.
consider doing it just
Okay.
out of respect for the culture and out of respect for them.
Yeah.
You know, I would. But, you know, just off the cuff,
Mhm.
not right now at this point. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We interviewing y'all. That's what we doing.
Yeah,
That's
and
all
I
we
will say, my drop is that I am curating Elevator Pitch, and that's the cipher.
Mhm.
You know, I love BET ciphers. I love the Hip Hop Award ciphers. And I just I want to make Jackson rap again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got an artist. She rapping, but I want to see Jackson rap again.
Oh,
Like,
Jules is rapping now.
Jules is rapping.
Rapping.
And she will be one of the ones, even with the OGs, I still put her with the OGs because, you know, that's my girl and she really rapping. But yeah, I just have this thing that I like to create. If I can't create, I'm like crazy. So I'm
Yeah.
creating, I'm curating that. And
But that's dope, though. I think that platform is necessary.
Yes.
I think as many people as we can get to give comedians and give artists
Yeah.
platforms, I think that's the only thing that we lack. We're not lacking talent here.
Yeah.
We're just lacking platforms for us to be able to do what we do. That's what we do on Third Coast Radio. That's why we play the artists that we play, and we
All
play.
82 counties.
Yeah, all 82
Shout out
counties.
to y'all.
All genres. So,
Yeah.
All
you
genres.
know, I was listening, you know,
Mhm.
of course, last week when I was on vacation, by the way, and you guys did an excellent job. I didn't say that at the top of the show, but I'm going to say it now at the end, so maybe nobody will hear it. This praise that I'm bestowing upon y'all right now at this point. Y'all actually did a good job. Santana did a good job
It's her
taking
face.
the lead. Did you sit in my chair?
Yes, I
You
did.
did?
Okay.
You did, really?
I did.
That's
I
cool.
said
I
that.
wanted you. This is the.
Oh, I was gonna sit there.
This
Wait.
the one. Okay, now see now you taking it.
Oh,
I ain't taking it too far.
Yeah.
I was trying to heap
But
some
I will
praise
say
on
thank
y'all.
y'all for
I was
having
just-
us,
I
for
was
real.
just
I
cheesing the
mean,
whole time.
Was it?
I was just
Thank you so
cheesing.
much.
She was cheesing
I was
last
cheesing.
week. Yeah, y'all did a good
Yeah,
job.
Robert sat there on that side.
I said on the blue mic,
her
you know,
chair.
you on jukeball.
Fantastic.
You know,
Fantastic.
Who was out there
I
playing?
didn't even text Java at all until, you know, what was it? It was Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah. Monday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came in and was like, so I listen.
Yeah. I listened. I did. I listened. And y'all know y'all did a good job, man. That was cool.
Like an old anime sensei, like you just come in and say the fewest words, but that's all we needed
Yeah.
to get to the next level.
Y'all did a good job. So, with that being said, congratulations to y'all on that. Y'all did an excellent job. Were you here last week? I see. Okay, Ariel wasn't here.
She was on assignment.
She was on assignment.
Love it.
She was there. She was on assignment.
I'm sorry
Anyway.
going on the side.
Yeah. All right. And on that note,
We gotta get Krissi's hats.
yeah, it's social media.
So I can write them down.
Listen, you can follow me at Penthouse Jackson JXN on Instagram, and you can follow me on Facebook, The Penthouse, and you can follow me and subscribe on YouTube at Penthouse TV. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share. Listen, we 11 episodes in. Make sure y'all go check it out. It's dope. It's a vibe. Penthouse Views is a vibe. Kamikaze interview is coming up. Like, so. And Penny Q.
And Pet, no. Helena Q.
Helena Q.
Helena Q.
Yeah.
There we go. It's gonna catch on.
Yep.
Catch on.
Oh, yeah.
Wildfire.
Cause it happened in
See, that's
studio
my girl, so
8
I'm going to call her
That's
Queen.
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
call her Queen.
that's how y'all know it. That's
Yeah.
At any rate, man, we appreciate you guys, man, for listening to us again, man. Glad that we could hold you down, entertain you on this Saturday evening, as we always do, broadcasting all 82 counties, man. The only radio station that's playing independent music of all genres that you can hear across the entire state of Mississippi all at one time. Nobody else is doing it. All right, so y'all make sure y'all keep supporting Third Coast Radio. Follow us on social media, man, and we're gonna holler at you guys on next Saturday. All right.